I'm Anthony Forrest, the president of Steel Cod, and I'm here with John Beresford, our VP of Sales, ready to discuss all things appliances. All right, John, this one is an outdoor versus, and this is DCS versus Wolf Grills. This is kind of an interesting versus because it's almost like um, a branding fight that DCS has to fight because you slap those red knobs on an El Camino and suddenly it's a luxury car. So the question is that's what's happening here? Is this a fair comparison, or do you see a real separation between these grills?
Yeah, I think there's a clear separation, and you're exactly right. This one gets decided before our conversation even starts a lot of times, right? Because a customer's going to walk in, they're going to see Wolf, and they're going to say, "Well, all right, it's over," because Wolf does carry weight, right? I mean, you have to understand they're not carrying weight from outdoor; they're carrying it from the indoor, right? So ranges, wall of his old kitchen thing, and look, the reputation transfers immediately, and Wolf knows it, so the assumption for the customer is like, "Ooh, it's Wolf. It's got to be the best." And that's exactly where this thing goes wrong because the decision is being made on a name and not the actual performance of the grill itself. And, this is not a spec comparison, right? This is not which one has more power or anything like that. This is two completely different starting points in my mind, right? DCS is really purpose-built outdoor cooking system, right? I mean, Wolf is more of a premium indoor brand that is extended to outdoor. I think that's a fair way to put it, honestly. I mean, this is not brand versus brand. This is really specialization versus brand confidence, I think, more than anything else. And those are clearly not the same thing.
So that's an interesting way to kind of delicately balance, delicately dance around this topic. So it'll be interesting to see where this falls. So really, you don't see Wolf as just the natural upgrade.
I don't know. I think, in I I th to be fair to them, I think I always had my back up about this comparison because that's exactly how I always watched it get sold by other people, and they just lazily would just go out there and be like, "Oh, yeah, it's Wolf," And, to me, that's the mistake, because the second it becomes Wolf versus DCS as brands, well, then the grill itself never even gets evaluated, because now it's on recognition and trust and familiarity instead of how does this thing actually perform outside? Those aren't two equal starting points, and it's not being fair to whoever they're being compared to. One is literally built for outdoor cooking. That's their name. They don't have, that same indoor reputation that Wolf has. And the other one is built strictly off of an indoor reputation. And if you don't separate that early enough in the conversation, you're not having the right conversation or the one that deserves to be had for both the customer and, I mean, really yourself, honestly, for your own credibility.
So let's talk about the things that we should be talking about. And I love the way you set this up in terms of saying is this is not about which grill can get hot. Every grill gets hot. But the
Every
question
girl
is
gets hard.
there are real standards that you want to talk about with the customer. So let's start with kind of the build philosophy. What's the differences that you see between the build quality on these two platforms?
Yeah, listen, DCS starts and ends really for the most part outside. I mean, that's really the difference here. It's designed as an outdoor cooking system, which means it's built to deal with the environment. It's built to deal with heat fluctuation. It's built to deal with real use, right? Whether that's the lid is open or the wind or multiple zones or inconsistent conditions, it's not built for perfect scenarios. It's built for what actually happens when people grill. And Wolf does that to an extent, but not to the same extent, right? I mean, it's precision in control and refinement, right? I mean, what it's known for indoors, it tries to carry outdoors, and that's okay. But really, outdoor doesn't behave like indoor, and frankly, it's not supposed to. So the result is that the grill does perform very well, but it's not built to be pushed the same way that a DCS is. So the separation for me is that DCS is really an outdoor first build, where Wolf is a lot more towards the indoor thinking adapted to outdoor, But I want to be fair to Wolf at the same time. Wolf is a good grill, okay? But it's not built with the same intention that DCS is.
So this next one I really like, and this is really the cooking experience between the two appliances. Because especially in the showroom, you get to open it up, you take a look and everything, but the customer's not cooking on these appliances when they're next to each other. So what sort of differences should the customer expect cooking on the DCS versus the Wolf?
Yeah, and we talked about it. It's any grill can get hot, right? But the second that things really stop being ideal, right? So the test outdoor is what happens when things start to break, right? When we talked about those things like food being moved around constantly, or the lid staying open too long, or cooking for a group and having to juggle back and forth between zones, those types of things. That's where DCS is really going to start separating itself. It responds faster. It recovers heat better. It stays stable when the conditions are working against it. It's really built for all of these disruptions. Wolf is going to feel a little bit more controlled, and more contained, which works so well inside, right? But outdoor, it's a little bit different. It's not designed like we talked about to be pushed in the same exact way. So while both are going to cook well, only one is really built to take the true punishment of what really the expectation of outdoor cooking is.
So now that we kind of reframe those two platforms, what would you say the customer in these between DCS and Wolf, what are they actually choosing between?
I would say, listen, most customers think that they're choosing between grills, and I would tell you that they're not. I would say that this really just comes down to choosing what they trust or perceive trust, right? The wolf buyer is buying confidence, right? They trust the brand, they've seen it inside. They want continuity across the kitchen. They're not really over analyzing the grill. They're just kind of trusting the badge on the front of it to do the heavy lifting, right? And DCS buyer is different, right? I mean, they are looking truly for performance in every variable that the outdoor can throw at you, right? They care about how it cooks in each one of those scenarios. They're thinking about heat in response, in control, and they're going to be less influenced by the brand and more by the outcome. So that's really where the split is for me, is that Wolf is about confidence or perceived confidence, whichever way you want to frame that. And DCS is truly about outdoor capability.
So that said, I mean, I'm not sure a lot of people would disagree with you on this one, but that's a real big change in perspective to say that the Wolf doesn't quite stack up, because there's not a lot of things that when you stack Wolf against other brands, you can say, oh, the Wolf isn't quite there. I don't know if this is going to be right for you for whatever reasons. So how would you
Mhm.
help salespeople kind of reframe in their head this presentation so the customer doesn't get home and say, well, besides the red knobs, what did I just buy?
Yeah. You know, it's a good question, right? I would say that the decision really isn't being made on the grill, right? I mean, we talk about brand recognition and designer influence and full kitchen packages and salesperson comfort and all of these types of things, right? It's easier to sell what the customer kind of already believes in. So the path of least resistance can easily become, for a lot of people, go to wolf, right? But none of those things have anything to do with outdoor performance. It's all really just built on trust. And trust wins unless you interrupt it. And if you're lazily going outside and you're saying, "Hey, this is Wolf and it's top of the line," and you basically make the decision easy, right? To that it's really already made when you go out there. I mean, the problem with that is that two things are really going to happen immediately with that. Number one is DCS is never going to get explained well like it's supposed to. And, it anything you put up against it is always gonna become another option, right? And then Wolf gets over trusted at that point. And the customer assumes it's the best grill, without ever understanding what it actually does differently to kind of earn that moniker. So, the grill itself is never evaluated and the brand is making the decision there. I mean, that's kind of the best way I could put it.
Yeah, I think so too. So, this is a versus, so we need to close with a winner. John, I don't think we need a drum roll. Who's your winner?
Yeah, I think DCS can win this one pretty easily in pretty much every case. If you're trusting the brand story, right, and really what they're producing at the end of the day, I really don't think that this is close. And look, let's be fair to Wolf. Wolf makes a good product, right? I mean, whether you want to say they make it or not, I mean, that's a story for another day. I'm not here to call anybody out, but the product they have their name on is a good product, but it's not built to the same standards as DCS in terms of what DCS is controlling, right? I mean, in terms of what they're able to deliver on outdoor specifically, I think DCS is a clear winner here when you're looking at outdoor.
Works for me. Anything else on this one?
No, no, I don't think so. I think that, it's an interesting lesson because you can learn this in almost any category, right?
Right.
With a lot of different brands that are out there, is there are so many brands that are out there that carry their weight in one category, and they almost, that they've earned such a great reputation in a particular spot that it unfairly carries over to places where they quite frankly probably shouldn't be winning. So just always be cognizant of that as a salesperson and make sure that, that every platform is winning for the right reasons.
We drop a new episode every day of the week, including weekends. Don't forget to rate and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.